Chris Stanley, right off the bat, the big news right now is it looks like Kevin Smith is going to get a late night TV program.
Yep, with AMC. This is ridiculously exciting.
Now, they're the guys that run his comic book heroes thing or whatever
The
it's
comic
called.
book shop, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he's part of that. And, AMC's, Walking Dead and Mad Men, they're
the up and comers.
They're here, actually.
Okay,
They're here.
They're up and came. They're up and came, these guys.
They're here and they're on top and they're not going anywhere.
All right, so this late night show and I agree with you that Kevin Smith just on doing his scene could be a lot of fun.
Just bring on his friends. I think that's what he would do, and I think he can have fun with anyone. I mean, it's Kevin Smith.
I understand that. No one's fucking saying that you have to put the show together. What time does it come on?
I think it's coming on at 11 o'clock.
All right, so we're gonna have another late night show. So who all do we got? We got Dave. We got Jimmy. We got Jimmy. We got John. We got Conan. We got Chelsea. And now, we got Arsenio. And then we've got Seth. ABC doesn't have a late night guy. We've got Steven. Pete. Who's the guy that comes on after Letterman? Craig. And then you've got the gay guy yelling about the housewives. That's kind of a talk show.
Andy.
You just yelled out Conan again. Like he's the gay guy.
I said Cohen.
So, just constant people talking late at night.
It's like a baker's dozen.
Yeah.
It's a baker's dozen of dudes who just have to, bring in guests and have a good time.
But what guests? How many guests is there possibly to have?
You think they'll come to a point where they just stop running out of things to promote? Or maybe that could be the thing. It's where we don't have nothing to promote. Let's just hang out.
We all have Tom Hanks this week. Because that's what happens. If Tom Hanks puts out a movie, he does every one of those shows.
Pete Holmes already kind of does the thing where just people that don't even have stuff to promote just stop by and just do funny shit.
But you know what's weird? That used to be like a talk show. Like you used to go on the Johnny Carson show to go on television. Not because you were part of just some big marketing campaign that runs really hard for a week. Like being on Carson was enough. You know what I mean? Like that was like, I'm doing Carson. That was considered, because more people were going to see you on Carson than anywhere else.
It's so weird. Now you have to do the late night shows and maybe get into a viral video on Funny or Die.
How's the Pete show doing?
I think it's doing pretty good just for where it is. And
see, that's the thing. You don't have to do really good if you're for where it is. Like George Lopez was saying, to me, he's like, I didn't think Conan's got about the same ratings I had, but they're happier with Conan.
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird because everything's just totally different.
It's so weird because everything's totally different. You're not making any fucking sense, dude. You talk like a crit. Why would you say it's so weird because everything's totally different?
In the late night landscape is what I mean.
In what way, Chris? You have to let us know where the weirdness comes from.
They have a more independent vision.
See? He's stupid. You're right. I didn't figure it out, but you got it for me, Shelby. Chris is dumb.
I'm on point is what I am.
What do you find weird?
That you can get, like, say, a Pete Holmes gets 1 million people, or let's say that's it. It's 1 million people.
I bet he doesn't. I would be shocked. Seriously, 1 million people would be. They would probably be ecstatic with 1 million people.
All right, let's say 500,000. And that's considered a success for the time slot.
Well, it's only because there was nothing there before. Like, whatever AMC is doing now, Kevin Smith is going to be better for them. Where NBC, that's a whole different deal. There's a certain nut to that show. That's a franchise. They need that. They need the Tonight Show to fucking shit out money so that they can then make up for their primetime show that end up eating fucking cash.
And that'll be most of their prime.
So they're saying to Jimmy Fallon every day, please shit out money for us. Do you have to shit right now? And if you do, make sure it's money.
Don't stop. Just keep going.
Soon, everybody will have a late night show. Every single person in America will have a late night show. For me, it's too much tension at night to know where to go. It's that kind of stress late at night that I don't need in my life.
See, what you should do is just bounce around. Just every time there's a commercial break, go to someone else.
So here's what actually happened, though. I was a Jon Stewart guy.
Yeah.
And then he took a long vacation, and I fucking really haven't gotten back into it
Really? You haven't
yet.
come back?
No, it's going to probably take a presidential election. It's probably going to take a presidential election for me to jump into it. But here's what's weird. Here's another show that shits money for 30 years is SNL, and they still never throw anything against that.
They know better. It's the institution.
We used to say that about Carson.
See, it's hard because the name of the day is in the title. So it's like they own it. They own Saturday Night Live. What can you put up against that?
You know, this is a chance that you were specific and still stupid. You can put whatever you want up against it. Just something someone else wants.
The Before Sunday show.
Jon Stewart's kind of turned it into like The Soup, what they do with reality shows to like news shows, because you'll see like this
He
big.
hasn't turned it into it. Always has been that.
Yeah, he's always mocked out everyone.
Now other people are doing it. What's really funny is you never used to see late night shows showing clips of anything. You know, you would just get a straight monologue like a stand-up, and now it's, you know, clips being thrown around.
They had some multimedia to the mix. They mocked out Joe Scarborough hard last night on the Daily Show. Samantha Bee took some shots.
What happened?
She just acted as if she was Scarborough's
Are you talking about Morning Joe?
Morning Joe, yeah. The Morning
Now,
Joe.
that show can't be beat because everybody wants to have a Morning Joe. You know what I mean? What are you going to run up against? The Morning Tea?
They own it. They own the word Joe.
I'm doing a really on-the-moment parody of Chris Stanley.
I'm going to try a morning Red Bull.
All right, here's Jason. Jason, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Morning, buddies.
Yeah.
I just think that what AMC is doing is like genius, because I feel like The Walking Dead is falling off a little bit because it's getting kind of long-winded, and it's not an HBO show, so they can't really push the limits too far, and we've already seen what limits could be pushed. So I think they're losing viewership. And so AMC is just trying to add all these new.
So you're like a little network president, Jason. You really are. You should like have this board up where you put different colored shows, and then you stare at it all the time.
Numbers may look strong, but an 18 to 49 demo.
I'm really seriously worried about my Korean youngster demo. I want that to start. Does Margaret Cho have a kid? Because that would be great.
Sign him. Get him a goddamn development deal.
Oh, so you're going to be like the screaming guy.
Sure, yeah.
You're not going to be like, you know, you're going back to 1930s.
Get it done.
Studio head. Another really pretty girl coming out of that other.
Look, she works here.
Good job. Good job, hiring department. Hi, I work for the hiring department. You seem hot. All right, it is the Ron and Fez show. Up on the iBank today, Billy Connolly's the comedian who changed my life. Don't anybody look at it. Maybe we'll do a game on that later. See if you guys can come up with.
All right.
The Irsay, the Colts owner, is hysterical. There now more shit is coming out about him. So his DUI, I don't even think is alcohol related. It's pill related. They said that they caught him. He was going 10 miles an hour and then stopping and looking at different houses. Like trying to do that one-eyed thing, like maybe that's my house if I stare at it long enough. He had prescriptions all over the fucking car.
Bunch of pills.
And he had 29 grand stuffed in an old Wonder Bread bag that he that he had under his arm, covered with a newspaper.
I can't believe he had this much cash on him. What What do you need 29,000 in cash on you unless you're a drug dealer?
It was actually 29.2. You know what I mean? So, see, that's the thing. That just looks. We live in a society that somebody that has cash is up to no good.
It looks bad. We're well on our way to a cashless world. So if you're carrying 29 grand in bills, I just immediately think Irsay's a drug dealer. He's dealing pills on the side. That's it. That's my first thought. Not that I have any evidence of that, but just having that much cash on you, or he's buying a car in cash for some reason,
or paying a ransom.
Yeah, ransom actually makes more sense because you ain't gonna write a check for those fucking dudes. Let me just write a check out to you. I'm gonna put down here to get mom back in the memo part of it. Getting mom back safely. I'm writing that. Yeah, you just even if $29,000 worth of coke or heroin makes sense, but if you're buying $29,000 worth of pills and you know you ain't fucking selling them, so this is just $29,000 worth of pills for yourself.
He's buying a pharmacy. Is what he's doing. He's going in and just going to a Rite Aid and saying, "Yeah, all that. Give me the back."
Also, just fucking wearing a shirt that either a rodeo guy or some fake Nashville singer would have.
He's a new country guy. That's why he's wearing that shirt.
He's actually been wearing that shirt for like 5 months straight. It's a bad time.
Hey, Snowy, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, $1,500,000 there, Ron. Maybe Irsay was driving that neighbor that money looking to buy a house.
In that neighborhood, yeah. He could have. He could have got a place in the fucking corner.
You know, eyeballing all those different houses saying, nah, not that one.
Because basically he's driving down Baltic Avenue. Speaking of Baltic Avenue, this fucking Zac Efron kid who's got nothing but everything going for him. The cops find him and basically a Pier 69 brawl with 3 fucking homeless dudes on Skid Row. Now, I'm going to point this out to people. Skid Row is an actual place.
Yeah.
In Los Angeles, a lot of people think Skid Row is just like a made-up, metaphor for the bad part of town. He was on Skid Row, fucking fist fighting with homeless dudes. One of them, he said, hit him so hard in the jaw, he'd never been hit that hard before.
That's what happens. Those guys can scrap.
Yeah, homeless guys can fight.
They literally have nothing to lose.
That's why bum fights was the best thing that ever got put on the internet.
I was really sad, though, and you kind of thought about it when they're getting their head tattooed.
Yeah, that part wasn't nice. I thought it was a branding, but was it a tattoo?
It was a tattoo, yeah. Oh, no, the worst part of bum fights was the bum hunter, where they ran up to sleeping homeless guys, started duct taping them, and throwing them in the back of a van.
I thought the worst part of bum fights was the smell.
I thought Zac Efron had his problems under control. If he's fucking hanging out.
No one does, dude. Believe me when I tell you, no one's got their problems under control.
He was in rehab, I think, this last summer, and they made it like real secret. But
what are they going to do? Make a fucking happy thing out of it? He's not Robert Irsay to get busted. He went on his own. The only way that you're saying I'm going to rehab is when everyone's mad at you.
Court ordered.
If no one knows what you're doing, you keep it fucking down.
He seems to be in good shape. I would have thought he could have taken a Skid Row drug dealer.
What does he weigh? 135?
He's a tiny little actor, man.
He's like a West
He had his
Side
bodyguard
Story.
with him.
Bodyguard, sure.
Look at him. I bet Fez likes this.
It's not bad at all.
He's slight.
Fucking disgusting, Fez.
Yeah, this is really nasty, actually. I'm going to take this down.
Yeah, the guy who starred in all 3 High School Musicals is going to really scrap on Skid Row.
He doesn't know. Fez doesn't know.
Just because you want to bag him doesn't mean he can fight.
I am not going to...
Oh, muscly to me.
I know it does. You had the stick yesterday, Fez, and you kicked ass, and that's why I don't want these guys fucking with you today.
There he is. There's your man, Efron. Sure was
Getting tatted up.
Yeah.
I think that's when he had High School Musical, just fucking tatted there. He's got a big movie coming out soon, too. So
Neighbors.
This is very fucking helpful.
Oh, yeah.
To get the word out.
This is most likely viral advertising. It's like, hey, I know how we can get Zach into the news, and people start talking about Neighbors. We'll have an homeless guy beat him up. Let's call Central Casting.
Liz said, Fire said, The Walking Dead is falling off because the iBang doesn't even post chat links for us anymore. There used to be a guy who used to do the chats, and he used to just ask us to put it up. There's never anybody from the site. Didn't you try it once, Shelby?
Yeah, but I kept missing everything that was happening with the show, so I was writing.
Why?
I was trying to keep up and write stuff.
I want you to start doing one of those things for like a Saturday morning cartoon. You just get up and you're with the kids.
What's there to miss on Walking Dead? Oh shit, there's a zombie. I can't believe that happened.
Dying people, plot development.
Yeah. Oh shit, there's a
I
zombie.
thought everybody hated it.
I never liked it.
I tried to watch the first episode and I said, this blows like a zombie show. That was actually my review for the New York Times.
You got into the Times with that?
I am in the Times every week.
I didn't know.
High Times.
Yeah.
I read both those Times magazines.
I just like to put it out there. I'm all like a blunt fucking reviewer. Like, the New York Times posted this one for me. Michael Bay sucks yet another dick.
Which Michael Bay film was that?
Doesn't matter. Because my next one was...
Rerun that one.
My next one was like, looks like Michael Bay isn't done with guzzling jizz yet.
What are the reviews for this latest Michael Bay? Oh, what side? There's a review in the paper here.
And then finally, the last one I did is Michael Bay pukes up a belly full of jizz, then shits on it. And then I just wrote, but sarcastically.
Parentheses, the sound design was great, though.
This sounds like Bad Boys 2, if I really think about it.
And then they wouldn't post my 12 Years a Slave.
Why not?
They said racist. We got to send out a really big get well thing. Do we have some kind of like get well sounder or oh my God, how could something like this happen? Because our own Kathleen from the Bronx down a leg broken in two separate places.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why, Kathleen?
Bri.
What?
Mm-hmm. She was on a vacation with Bri. And then she slipped on the ice and broke her leg in two places.
Oh, I thought maybe Bri got a little crazy.
No. Goddamn no.
But when you
Never.
when you said how,
I was always worried because I was with them before and Bri said to me, if she ever breaks her leg, I'm going to have to shoot her and then sell the meat to the Indians.
Oh, God.
But guess what? He didn't do that.
So he's all talk then.
Two different places she broke her leg. So I tossed and turned all last night. Spent the night crying.
I didn't even know. I didn't know what happened. I feel terrible.
We gotta send her something. Isn't there like a card or something that you could send someone when they're not feeling well?
Yeah, there's like a get well soon.
Get well soon. That's stupid. We need something like, I hope your leg improves, or I hope they don't put a pin in your leg.
Really specific get well card.
I actually teared up when I saw this because I can't stand the thought of her being in pain.
She's gonna be laid up with a broken leg in two places.
Well, she signed her note to me, Sister Morphine. So she seemed like she was in a pretty good mood about it. But we do have to do something wonderful for her. What could it be? What is she like?
Grateful Dead.
Let's get the Grateful Dead back together.
It's gonna be hard. Jerry's dead.
I got an idea.
What?
Fake Jerry. Fake Jerry and the Grateful Dead.
Well, we can get Dark Star Orchestra, the #1 Grateful Dead cover band.
Those guys are fucking great, man.
So you know what they do? This is their little thing during shows. They'll be like, they'll play an actual set from an actual Grateful Dead show, and then you and the audience have to guess the date of the show, and then you win like a CD or something.
Yeah, I'd never win that.
It's impossible. But I was at a show that was like,
I don't
someone
know,
did
if you got the internet, it might not be impossible.
There's no cell phone policy at the show, so like we don't want you people cheating.
They do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, these guys can't keep dope out of the show, and yet they can keep cell phones out.
Yeah, this guy with a whippets fucking selling them in the
You know,
parking
by the
lot.
way, I've never been on YouTube and seen someone's cell phone of a show and go like this. This is fucking great.
This is better.
I'm so glad that guy in the 12th row got fucking Welcome to the Jungle on his fucking cell phone.
The only reason to watch YouTube cell phone videos of concerts is if something terrible happens.
I also like to hear people. Leslie said we missed Nerdlist, the talk show. Nerdist, the talk show, is a late night talk show. I thought that was a late night game show.
Yeah, it's at midnight. That's the Chris
Is that a
Hardwick.
game? That's a game show, though, right?
Yeah, it's a game show. It's not a talk show.
Yeah, after
Wrong,
Colbert.
Leslie. Wrong.
Why don't you keep your nose out of business you don't know shit about, Leslie?
Oh, you saying that because you didn't want those cats?
No, I don't want those cats.
I sent you the thing of what your house could look like with the cats.
Seems like it's just too
You
much.
don't keep it though. You just have it for a little while. Like you help out. You like I forget what it's called.
Like
What-
a foster home almost for cats?
That's it. I was going to say, what do they do when they take retarded unwanted kids and they keep them for a while? Foster home.
A retarded cat.
That would be so fucking cute. Ow, ow, me. Ow, ow, me. What can we do for Kathleen? Think of something great. Could we send her a cooked turkey?
We could do that. They have them.
I wonder. I bet she's not in the hospital, right? They get you right out of there.
With a broken leg, I'd say.
They keep you for a while. I think they have to keep you at least overnight.
Why?
Because they have to check to make sure that everything's good with your blood and stuff.
Everything's good with your blood. Did you go to medical school knowing something like that? We're going to check you to see if everything's good with your blood and stuff. I thought she had a Terminator skeleton.
Blows that out of fucking the water.
Here's Ben in Boston. You're on the Run of Fez show.
Yes. I'm sorry to hear this ignorance in this show right now. Let me point out to you why people carry large amounts of cash.
Go ahead.
And I'm upset about this because police, it's a law that they get to, if it's a large amount of cash, they get to take that for themselves. Businessmen travel to buy things. Someone would have a large amount of money to buy a car. We all know that you might get a better deal if you pay in cash. Maybe a motorcycle, farming equipment, a trailer. And because of people like you guys saying, oh, they must be buying drugs.
No, can I tell you something? A guy like this fucking doesn't drive around with 29 grand looking to buy a cheaper trailer. He's a billionaire. He's fucking riding around 10 miles an hour, all fucked up with an ugly shirt on. Fuck him and his shitty family who left fucking Baltimore in the middle of the night like fucking drug dealers. Fuck that family forever. If I lived in Baltimore right now, I'd be so fucking happy. The only way I'd be happy if this guy and his happier if that guy and his wife had a stillborn. Then I'd fucking be out in front of my fucking row home down there, jumping up and down like it was the last episode of The Wire. I hate that Irsay family. To me, that's the fucking skunkiest thing that's happened in the history of the NFL. The shitty history of the shitty NFL. Leaving that town in the middle of the night with trucks while everybody was sleeping.
They knew what kind of scumbags they were.
They know they're fucking scumbags.
That's why this guy's eating pills all day long, trying to forget.
I have no problem with that part of it. But I think if I was him and I got all fucking wasted on oxys, I would just fucking drive all the trucks back to Baltimore and said my dad made a mistake and we're going to be here with the Ravens like the Jets and the Giants. That league is so stupid. They just came out with a thing the other day. No one can fucking dunk a football anymore.
That's going to clean this league right up.
You know why? Because one guy moved the goddamn thing, and they're all like Fez Watley's. If something happens once, then everything must change forever.
I know. It's the least offensive thing these guys could pull off.
I know. That's true. I'd rather see someone do that. That's at least an athletic thing to do than do a fucking funny robot dance.
Or the Victor Cruz salsa dance or tango, wherever the fuck it is.
They can still do a finger roll, though. George Gervin, that shit.
If someone did a finger roll and then claimed, "Hey, I did not fucking stuff it," he would be my new fucking hero. I'd go out and get his shitty jersey.
The Giant Football could pull that off once he gets into the league.
And by the way, I didn't mean to fucking annoy the dope dealer that just called in who's traveling around with a bunch of cash, acting like, no, I'm not. I'm down here to buy a cheap trailer.
Yeah, sure you are, buddy. With a false bottom. The
I know a guy
drugs in.
who he was fucking coming across from Canada, and they thought he had too much money, and they fucking kept it.
Well, I think you can go and carry like 10 grand on you through customs, and they'll fuck with you if you have more than
They
that.
took his cash.
That's ridiculous. That's not their money. What's the big deal?
Because they don't want you fucking traveling around with cash in this world. They want to use the credit card, so it costs you even more.
And they can track all your shit.
Yeah. They're so scared that some business transaction that's going to take place that they can't wet their beak in. That's fucking America for you, ladies and gentlemen.
There's no winning.
There's no winning.
Look.
It's all fucking downhill from here.
Look, Irsay didn't want to pay tax on a bunch
Did
of
you just
Percocet.
fucking stick that pen in your ear?
No, I did not. I don't even have a pen. The pen's right there. I did not stick it in my ear.
What did you just let it look down at? Just your finger?
I just put the pinky in.
Okay. I'll allow that to happen.
I'm looking to break the habits.
That'd be fucking fantastic, Chris.
I really am.
That'd be fantastic. It'd mean a lot to me. And no more picking your nose when the bosses when you're explaining stuff about the show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No more.
You're in there up to your elbow.
Oh God.
So, what are we going to get for Kathleen from the Bronx? Now she had to have surgery, by the way, and it probably she's got some steel pins or something.
All right, so she's not gonna be able to get around for a while. Maybe some sort of scooter to get around town, just like a good one though. Like,
I know her; she'll never walk again if we do that. So that's out.
Some books to read while she's going to be laid up?
Come on.
Segway.
What do you think she wants to do? Read books or drink booze?
All right. 30-pack of Budweiser.
30-pack of Budweiser. That's your idea of a nice fucking present. Present, you going to go see her in the hospital?
Well, if she's still in there, yeah, I would go see her. I would go down and see her.
And you didn't come see me in the hospital.
Well, I would check. I didn't think you wanted visitors. But I would check first.
Did you check first to see if I wanted visitors? Fucking dying for visitors. I fucking would wake up out of my coma and I look at the nurse. I just grab her and go, "Where's Fez?" He had shit to do, I'm sure. I know you like those daytime fucking soap operas. Days of Our Lives.
General Hospital.
Is that still on?
Yeah, General Hospital's still on. A bunch of them have gotten canceled, but General Hospital's still on.
General Hospital survived? I thought they were all gone.
No.
The spin-off, Port Charles, got canceled.
Too bad. That fucking thing was great.
I know. It was like General Hospital at night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like in a bar. It was
That's like
turned
when
around a bar.
Baywatch turned into a fucking nighttime.
It was the same thing.
Yeah.
It was so
It's like,
weird.
Hey, be down at the beach when no one's wearing a bikini.
Luke's still on General Hospital. Like, it's good to see that.
Dennis, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Me.
Hey, buddy.
Each one of you send her a dick pic, and then she can try to determine which one's which.
That'd be fucking fantastic.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah. Now, do we do separate or do we just line up four cocks?
All right, do like a collage.
Here's a fun game to play while you're laid up.
And then she has to like push the thing and then one of our faces will pop up. But really, she won't know the truth. It's just 4 pictures of Chris Stanley's dick.
It's different angles.
And she just types back, "That's the same dick, dude." I see that. I still see that there's a fucking piece of gum stuck to the end of it.
Nasty, man. What the fuck?
Richard, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Good afternoon, guys. Thank you again for taking my call. I just wanted to say it was a fantastic interview yesterday afternoon with the lady who was promoting the Monkeys documentary.
Yeah.
She was very interesting, and I was hoping somebody was going to mention the effect that the Monkeys had on the punk rock scene. When the Sex Pistols and the Clash and bands like that first came to Canada, they were all doing Last Train to Clarkson, I'm a Believer, etc., etc. I mean, the Monkeys were sort of a staple for punk bands, the same way the Beatles and the Stones came over and did old, Louisiana blues.
That's true, Richard. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Now, this actually came up. Remember yesterday when somebody sent us a joke about could Chris Stanley ever play in a polo match?
Yeah, with a centaur. Would a centaur have to have someone on top of their back?
Right. Well, then I got an email later. That joke was stole off of Quinn's Twitter. Now, and here's the apology, and I'll put it out there. But do you kind of own the joke if you've done it on Twitter? Like, I get the fact if you do something on your set, you know what I mean? Like, if it's in your article, that's your joke. If you're writing an article. If you're a comedian and you're on stage, your joke. But a Twitter joke thief, that's going to be tough for people to find out. Particularly if you steal from people who have a low follower count.
Yeah, that would be the thing, the follower count. You don't want to
steal a joke from Lady Gaga, because everyone will know it, because she has 64 million Twitter followers.
There was some guy that...
But you could steal a joke from Hosp.
Oh, you can run wild all over that account.
There's some guy that got really popular on Twitter that he was stealing jokes from other people on Twitter and then kind of changing if there's a joke about a duck, he'd make it like a horse, and that people started calling him out, and it was like a big deal. But I guess if you didn't post them on Twitter, they'd be less likely to find out then.
Well, you mean you just go walking around with it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give the credit to that joke to where it rightfully belongs, to Quinn. And Chris Stanley, if you have anything to do with that...
Yeah. Yeah. I don't.
You got my eyes on you.
I don't. But I'm still saying that if a centaur...
Well, you were enjoying it. It was about you. So apparently the joke was personalized to you, but that's not where the joke came from.
Okay.
And now we're hearing from our own comedy nerd that there are Twitter joke thieves out there.
I had no clue. It's pretty low. Just trolling Twitter for material. And not even giving credit. Just say, hey, this one goes out to @Joey579.
But then if you catch somebody stealing your jokes, that's kind of weird. So are you searching your own jokes to see if they come up under somebody else's name? It's kind of weird.
See, once again, you blame the victim. Like, you'll be like, oh, what did she expect? She went to that bar with a tube top on. Yeah. Of course she was going to get groped.
She wanted it. She was actually saying that, I hope someone puts something in me.
Ugh.
That's what Shelby said.
Oh, Shelby. Okay,
yeah,
no
Shelby,
problem.
Garbage head.
Well, maybe they can be copyrighted or something, because that Twitter account, Shit My Dad Says, got turned into a TV show. So someone's keeping track of those jokes.
Yeah, but no one legal. You know what I mean? Like, he sent a bunch of them to CBS or whoever gave him that 4-week stint. But it's not like anyone even gets sued for stealing a joke. Sitcoms steal jokes from each other all the time.
Well, Brenner was talking about in the Unmasked how people were stealing his jokes, so he wrote the movie about just that it contained all his jokes, so that would be copyrighted. But then he realized, wait, none of this would make sense at all. Why am I doing that?
I heard from another guy that if you put it to music, you can keep it because lyrics are protected.
Yeah.
Hi, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron, I was going to say the reason that, remember, Fez didn't come see you was he was so busy keeping the show going while you were out sick. I mean, he was a workhorse. Oh, wait. He wasn't on, was he? My bad.
Lou, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Ronnie B, $1 million.
$8 million.
I was wondering if you share the same opinion regarding the Irsay family as you do with, like, the Modell family.
I do.
You do?
I do.
What about the Adams family leaving Houston?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I think that those teams rightfully belong to the community and not to the guy who's just collecting fucking cash. That's why we don't call them the Modell fucking Browns. We call them the Cleveland Browns. So it'd be like if Central Park was to leave this fucking city. It can't happen, right? Same way I would feel about if Fezzi's Buccaneers. If you don't want the fucking Buccaneers in Tampa, then you should sell it to someone who keeps it in Tampa. Period. End of story. There will be no debate on that. I get fucking sick of cities in the way that they seriously sit down and fucking suck the ass pipe. And I'm just thinking right now, as a Philadelphia Eagles fan, we just need that one thing to push us over the fucking top. Just one thing. Hey, Fern, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah. Hey, Ron, $1 million to you.
$1 million.
Hey, first time caller. I just had a little spy report.
Spy report?
Yeah.
Spy report. Spy report.
That Sanchez just signed with the Eagles.
Sanchez just signed with the Eagles? Yes! Woo! Oh! That's it! The Eagles are going all the way! We got Mark Sanchez! Scrapple for everybody! Yeah! Mark Sanchez is an Eagle now! If it wasn't against the rules, I'd be spiking the fucking ball! Right over the field goal! This is amazing! We've got Sanchez! Sanchez! Wow! Wow! We did it! We did it! Woo! Woo! It's the return of the Nature Boy since that sickly day that came almost 48 hours after the last specitorial that never got done again. Woo! We got Sanchez! Fuck you, New Jersey! We got him! Anyway. Alright. This got sent to me by Liz Sets Fire. Let's wheel Kathleen into Daryl's house. That would heal me. Hey, she told me that Liz just likes death metal.
That's what I heard, that she's only into metal.
Okay. Also said, when Hicks says that he just put the pinky in, was he talking about his ear, his asshole, or belly button? That's a really good question.
It was my ear, Liz.
Do you never put the pinky in your asshole?
I'm not fingering my asshole with my own pinky, no.
But then what would be worse?
Okay.
Going from ear to asshole,
yeah,
or asshole to ear? Take a moment to decide and play some kind of game show waiting music.
Let me think.
Take a moment to decide.
Ear to asshole.
Does it go ear to asshole? Cruddy Chris was so cruddy. He used to take his asshole finger and put it in his blank. What's worse for you, Chris?
Putting asshole to ear would be worse. Who wants shit in their ear?
You want earwax up your asshole? You're disgusting. You're fucking disgusting.
The ear hole is closer to the mouth. So I feel like, that's shit getting that much closer to your mouth as opposed to earwax going to your butt.
I'm going to save this for your eulogy. And if I do your eulogy, I'm going to sit there and spend the whole time winking at the $100,000 widow. How you doing?
No. You will not.
Why not?
Do not be throwing winks out there. That money is hers. And she's not to trust anyone.
So if you don't use your pinky,
Yeah.
what finger do you use to finger your own ass?
I don't finger my own asshole. I don't know why I have to say this.
I just got this from Kathleen from the Bronx. Thank you guys for making Sister Moore feeling smiling extra big. Thank you guys. Love yous to pieces. Pieces like what my legs in. Bye. All right, when you get a double broken leg
Yeah.
and you're happy over the morphine, I think that's a problem. You just might be a redneck. God bless her, though. God bless her.
She's going to get through this.
We got to write a song about her breaking her legs.
Like a folk song? Maybe like Inside Llewyn Davis a little bit?
Why? That fucking thing was a flop.
cares
I want to
if it was
get
a
her a
flop?
fucking song that everybody's crazy about. Like that new J-Lo song.
I haven't even heard the new J-Lo song.
But she loves. She loves right now.
She's so talented.
She is. Here's John. John, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Hey, what did you think about the Clampetts leaving West Virginia and moving to Beverly Hills?
Saw how it worked out for them too, right? Like shit. They never fit in there.
Yeah, but they made a shitload of cash.
Well, they already had that cash back in West Virginia. They were just another fucking baller out there in B Hills.